It's day 2 of President Yoon Suk Yeol's trip to Laos as he attends the ASEAN-related Summit, where all eyes were on his first one-on-one with the new Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba. Our correspondent Oh Soo-young has the full story.
The leaders of South Korea and Japan have agreed to continue improving bilateral relations as they jointly address North Korea's nuclear and missile threat and co-develop cutting-edge technologies. This comes as President Yoon Suk Yeol held his first summit with Japan's new Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba on the sidelines of the ASEAN-related Summit in Laos. The meeting took place just 9 days after Ishiba's inauguration. In a promising start to the historically volatile relationship, the two leaders reiterated their commitment to continue strengthening bilateral ties.
특히 다가오는 2025년은 한일 국교 정상화 60주년을 맞이하는 해입니다. 양국 관계의 희망찬 미래상을 제시하고 양국 국민들이 양국 관계 도약을 체감할 수 있도록 총리님과 긴밀하게 협력해 나갔으면 합니다.
Yoon in 2023 reached out to Tokyo to overcome historical sticking points that soured their ties for decades over Japan's imperial atrocities such as sexual enslavement and forced labor. In the months following, he and former Prime Minister Kishida made frequent visits to each other's countries with the aim of building a partnership that looks toward the future. Yoon and Ishiba have agreed to continue cooperating closely from the top level in their so-called shuttle exchanges.
I intend to carry on and further develop the greatly improved relations between our two countries, which were strengthened by former Prime Minister Kishida and yourself. I also hope to make good use of shuttle diplomacy and work closely with you, President Yoon.
Addressing their foremost security concerns, the two leaders agreed during the summit to jointly respond to North Korea's provocations and blasted the regime's illegal military cooperation with Russia. They pledged to continue sharing real-time missile warning information with the United States and lead global efforts to send a strong message to the North.
The leaders agreed that these threats are not limited to Northeast Asia, but also pose a threat to peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region and globally. They also concurred that the responsibility for escalating tensions on the Korean peninsula should not be shifted onto South Korea, Japan, or their trilateral cooperation with the US.
On economic cooperation, the leaders committed to strengthening collaboration in cutting-edge technology, including in hydrogen and ammonia, as well as quantum research. Also, Yoon and Ishiba agreed to work together towards enhancing their trilateral framework of cooperation with the United States. Leaders of the three countries last year agreed at Camp David to jointly deter North Korea's security threat, address regional challenges, and cooperate in strategic areas such as economic security, supply chains, health, AI, and quantum computing. However, the future of the three-way cooperation was not discussed in detail during Thursday's summit ahead of the US presidential election next month. According to a Yoon official, the timing for such talks and efforts to organize the annual Trilateral Leaders Summit would have to take place after the November race and Japan's early general election this month. In the meantime, Yoon and Ishiba identified the need for further cooperation between Seoul and Tokyo on regional and global issues, and decided to expand the scope of collaboration in multilateral settings such as the United Nations and the G20. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.